Did the Korean Football Association alienate Paulo Bento out of the job for the South Korean national team? Before we get there, let's summarize. Paulo Bento, coach of South Korea, had just quit after the loss to Brazil in the round of 16 in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. As this may have been expected since he was with South Korea since 2018 with mixed results, including taking Korea to the round of 16 as previously mentioned a few seconds ago, but also a disappointing quarterfinals finish in the 2019 Asian Cup. Personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of his since he did switch goalkeepers from Jo Hyun-woo, who was a standout of the 2018 FIFA World Cup, for Kim Sing-gyu. I like Joel better because of his amazing abilities of reflexes, as Kim seems to be the more athletic, but Paulo Bento felt that Kim would fit better for his team, and Kim in my opinion wasn't that fantastic in the World Cup. Furthermore, he didn't even use enough of Lee Gang-in and Park Seong-ho, who trained in their teenage years in Spain. Both contributed to goals, Lee Gang-in's assist in the Ghana match and Park Seong-ho's amazing goal against Brazil. However, it turned out that Paulo Bento actually ended his contract with South Korea and that he did quit his job early in September, 2 months before the World Cup. That led me to think, did the Korean Football Association limit his ability to coach Korea to their full potential? Because that has to be the case if Bento didn't want to continue coaching for South Korea. If he was the one that wanted to leave, then something must have been up with South Korea's organization. Personally, I have a lot of hard feelings on the organization themselves, which they are notorious for maintaining traditions such as seniority practice within the Korean culture, which Goose Hiddink did point that out before. Goose Hiddink was the former coach for South Korea in the 2002 World Cup, and when he was hired, he did point out the seniority practice as a fundamental problem as it limits opportunities for younger talented players that should be getting playing time before and during the World Cup. Goose Hiddink went around the rules and took the risk to take on players like Park Ji-sung, Lee Young-pyo, Lee Chun-soo, and Song Jong-guk. They were key contributors for the World Cup, and Park Ji-sung and Lee Young-pyo were given opportunities to excel their careers in Europe. So my question is this: did the Korean Football Association force Paulo Bento to limit playing time for the likes of Lee Gang-in and Park Seong-ho? These two players did not get any significant playing time before the World Cup, and at least Lee Gang-in should have gotten playing time due to his previous success of the 2019 Under-20 FIFA World Cup when he led South Korea all the way to the finals, and whenever he played in the 2022 World Cup, he made instant impact for the team. The other thing I find that was disturbing in the article that I read were the list of possible new Korean coaches, and they are all the domestic coaches. Now, this is not me saying that Korean coaches cannot coach, because Ho Jung-moo did lead South Korea to the round of 16 in the 2010 FIFA World Cup, although he did have much of the 2002 core. But whenever domestic coaches in South Korea coach their teams, they tend to do a poor job with their player selection due to their practice of seniority and favoritism. We saw this where Hong Myeon-bol in the 2014 World Cup neglected plenty of young talent to allow Park Ju-young and Chung Sung-young to perform atrociously. And those two shouldn't have been playing, since Park Ju-young spent most of his time in Arsenal on the bench, and Chung Sung-young performed terribly in the 2010 FIFA World Cup. And if South Korea goes back to hiring domestic coaches, then they may have a difficult time preparing and competing for the 2026 World Cup and even other tournaments. If you enjoy this video and are passionate about Korean soccer, leave a comment and subscribe. But if you didn't like this video, you can always stick to my baseball portion of my content. The reason why I'm covering South Korean soccer is due to my huge passion for the team and my pride for the country. Thanks for watching.